Hey guys, Coach Kimmy here. So I just wanted to share with you, how do you overcome emotional pain, emotional trauma from your childhood? How do you live life not taking your past into your future? Trust me, tragic beginnings I had to fairy tale endings. Dreams really do come true. Now you create your own dreams. And I'm going to show you something super important. This is how you create them. What you think, you become. The mind, you have a thinking mind in there. We have a subconscious and a conscious mind. And if you don't change that subconscious mind that's been imprinted for years, decades, however old you are, that's how long it's been imprinted. And I want you to think when you learn something and master something like a song, because you've listened to it 500 times, it's imprinted into the subconscious mind. So patterns and behaviors, repetition is what creates the subconscious mind. So when you're little, in utero, we didn't have a thinking mind. We were imprinted first. For the first 13 years are your most critical years. You got to get rid of those roots. Get those things out that don't serve you anymore. So what we think, we become. So you got to think, what are you thinking? Are you thinking negative thoughts? Are you thinking pain? Are you thinking sadness, grief, fear, anxiety, stress? Because that is what you're creating more of, because that's what you're thinking. We have to change that and shift that. I could have never wrote my book. There's no way if I didn't learn how to do mindset stuff. The next thing is what you feel you attract. We have to change the way we feel about things, right? If I lived as a victim for so long, and I'm telling you, when you learn that if you could just do the work, everybody's got to do their own work. When you do your own work, you could change and shift any negative trauma, pain, anything that you've had. A negative thought and a negative emotion will always give you a negative result. A positive thought and a positive emotion will always give you a positive result. You need to shift. You need that shift. And then what you imagine, you create. I'm telling you, I imagine that there's a God who loves me, that's always for me and never against me. I imagine that my Father gives me all the desires of my heart. He will give me abundantly above more than I ever ask, think, or imagine. Do you understand? So I imagine a lot, and God blesses me and gives me all the desires of my heart. And the funny thing was, He will even give people that you're close to the desires of their heart. When I got this salon, I'm not kidding you, I never prayed for a salon. I didn't want one, but my daughter said it 6 months prior to me, this salon getting handed over to me. Now that was a miracle. Who does that? Who hands a salon to somebody? I never heard of such a thing. But even my first condo, guess what? God did miracle after miracle after miracle, because I believed in miracles. He was showing me that He is real, that I could trust and I could believe in Him, that He will give me all the desires of my heart, right? But the thing of it is, you got to get on His alignment. There's an alignment that when you align with God to change your ways, because you got to learn to lead yourself first, you need to use your thinking mind. You need to get rid of the old baggage, the bad emotions that don't serve you, and God's word will help you do it. I memorized His word. He says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, Kimmy, plans of good and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. And if you seek me, you will find me. If you search with me for all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, I will be found by you. And when you go and pray to me, I will answer you." Prayer is the greatest frequency and vibration that you could ever do. We call people on a cell phone, and that frequency goes to somewhere in Italy. I could call anybody around the whole entire world. China, Japan, I could call anywhere. France, London. In a second, that frequency goes from here to there, because frequency and energy is real. Vibration, right? Think if you were next to somebody in a car and their stereo is so loud, it vibrates. You could feel the bump in that car, because the bass is so loud. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. Now, when they put EKGs on people's brains and they show the frequency of those emotional states, we literally vibrate a frequency of our emotions. Our emotions run us inside and out. And I'm telling you, there's a great book called The Body Keeps the Score. It is so good because it's showing you the mind is what creates the things in the body. Biology to belief. I love that book too. Bruce Lipton, neuroscientist. phenomenal, outstanding book. He really teaches you. And that was the first time that I really learned that I could shift. I could shift my subconscious mind, everything in my subconscious mind. I could unload, I could get it out, and I could rewire new things in there. And I have. Over the last 10 years, I am a transformed different person. I used to be emotional. I used to be a crybaby. I'd cry over everything. I have learned how to lead myself well and then overflow into those around me. And one thing too, I'm not an enabler anymore, and I'm not a people pleaser anymore, and I'm not an overfunctioner or overdoer anymore like I used to be. Because once you start realizing you're last on the list and you have to put yourself first on the list so that you're not just doing everybody else's work for them. All right, so listen, just remember this. What you think, you become. As a man thinketh, so he becomes. And the other thing that I really love, this other one is call things that are not as if they were. So I absolutely start to really say positive things about myself, because a positive thought and a positive emotion will always give you a positive result, right? It's like God loved me, but I didn't know how to love me. And I didn't know that I could make a shift. I didn't know I could have control over the mind. But I'll tell you, God's word is a great place to do it too, because there's so many great promises God gives you in his word. And when you start to think differently, your behaviors become different. You start to sin less, because you're not focused on all the negative, bad things that you used to do. I feel like you attract more of it. You're attracting those things that you're thinking, right? So like a magnet, right? A really powerful magnet is attracting a vibration and a frequency, because our brain literally attracts and also gives out a frequency. Like if you're around somebody with high energy, lot of energy, and think of kids. Kids have so much energy, and we could say that no problem when you're talking about a child, but as an adult, we carry energy. We are an energy being. You want to think, what kind of frequency are you carrying? Low frequency, low vibration, or a high vibration? You know when you're around high vibration people, because they're exciting, they're filled with energy, they're filled with happiness, they're filled with joy, and people want to be around them. So who do you want to be around? Who do you want to be like, right? Like think of somebody that you want to be like them, so that you change your energy so that you can have joy, you can have peace. Your nervous system needs a peaceful nervous system. And your mind needs a break. Your subconscious mind that goes 95 miles an hour. And guess what? They run tandemly together. When you're in your conscious mind, which right now you're paying attention, you're in your conscious mind. The subconscious mind, if you listen to this enough, it would imprint into the subconscious mind. But this runs you 95%. They don't run together at the same time. They run tandemly together. There's a corpus callosum that connects the left and right brain. But the subconscious mind is filled with so much pain and trauma and imprints. It can receive 400 million bits of data per second, the subconscious mind. The conscious mind, when you're learning something new, that's why you're exhausted when you're learning something new, and it takes time to listen to it again and again and again. Repetition is the mother of mastery. It has to rewire and download something into the subconscious mind. And they don't run at the same time. If you're in your conscious mind, this one has to shut off. But this one's super powerful, and that's why it only takes 40 bits of data per second as opposed to 400 million data per second. You have to realize you have to learn to get into your conscious mind. You have to give your subconscious mind a break. I love Carl Jung. He's a Swiss psychiatrist from the 1920s. Yale, Harvard, very high-end places use all his psychology today. And it's amazing the things that he said. He said, you must go within or you'll go without. We need to look in a mirror and say, who am I? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? What do I want out of this life? What do I want? What do I love? You got to ask yourself those questions. They're such valuable, important questions. And then you want to start to go there. You want to start thinking differently. Like, okay, I do want to be joyful and happy, but what are you practicing? If you're practicing anger, you're practicing anxiety, or practicing stress, whatever you practice, you'll get good at. So if you're practicing joy, you're practicing happiness, you're practicing smiling every day. Smiling will make you happier. The sunshine makes you happy. Taking a walk in nature can make you happy. Listening to a song and dancing can make you happy. We have to start shifting things to start bringing joy and happiness to our lives. So this is Coach Kimmy. You can get my book if you don't believe that I really went through a tragic childhood, because that's not me anymore. That was then and this is now. I get to dictate my outcomes now. I create them now. I don't let my paradigms and my wrong belief system that I had growing up as a child dictate my future anymore. But I used to, till the last 10 years. So if you want to change too, just so you know, you could come with me on a Monday night. You could join. I do webinars on Monday night for mindset. And then Wednesdays on Facebook, I do hair. So if you want to learn about hair, that's why I'm called Coach Kimmy, the Hairapist. Hair and mindset, marry them together, and you have got a great life. Love your life. Have a great day.